Hey, it's May 16th, 2023. It's been a while since I've recorded anything, but I'm glad I'm doing this again. All right. Still talking real estate. Still a passion of mine. Um, and today I want to talk about, let me look at my notes here. Ah, so I entitled this, Am I Covered? And what I mean by that is, am I covered by my insurance as a real estate investor? Um, that's a question that folks often ask. And my response is, I don't care. I don't care. Let me explain. All right. First and foremost, I think I've mentioned this a few times. I am truly unconventional, unorthodox, unsophisticated, and traditional in my real estate approach, real estate investing approach. And of all those uns, I'd like to say the one that speaks to me the most is um, I'm unsophisticated, truly, and yet I'm doing this. And so let that be encouraging to you if you're sitting on the sidelines and you're wondering, can I do this real estate, rental property, landlord investing thing? Um, it's worth a try. And worst case scenario, you suck at it or you hate it and you cut your losses and you move on. You have an exit strategy and you move on. And you pursue something else that sounds interesting or fun or intriguing or potentially profitable. So let that be a word of encouragement to you, and realize trying the real estate rental property landlord thing and then deciding that, hey, this is for the birds. I hate this. This sucks. It's stressing me out. No harm, no foul. Worst case scenario or best case scenario, you find out, hey, I kind of like this. Can I keep doing it? Should I keep doing it? All of that. All right. So again, unsophisticated, untraditional, unorthodox, unconventional. That describes me to a T. And it's humbling to know, yeah, I really am all those things. I'm not that smart. And yet, here I am, I'm doing it. Okay, so back to the insurance question. Am I covered? I self-insure now. I have 12 rental properties. And let me explain. Let me be more clear and concise and truthful. On the rental properties that are in my portfolio, that I still have a loan that I'm repaying, I have to have a insurance policy on those properties. Said lender, the bank, will notice quickly if their collateral isn't insured, and they will quickly tell me, remind me through emails, yes, you have to carry, insurance on this property. This is their collateral. They want that peace of mind knowing that if their collateral burned down, I would have a policy which would ensure that their collateral is protected and it could be rebuilt, et cetera, et cetera. Now, on the properties that I have managed to pay off, I don't carry insurance. Sounds insane. It is. I self-insure. Um, Could my properties have a fire? Of course. Could a act of God wipe out one of my rental properties? Of course. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't think so. But could it? Certainly. I just was tired of my fire policies. That's what they're commonly called, just landlord fire policies. I was tired of them going up and up and up. And what I mean by going, the premiums going up and up and up and becoming more expensive. And so as I paid off a property, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to renew this policy. Could a peril, could something happen? Absolutely. Am I insulated from that? No. Is it a roll of the dice? Yes. Huge. But I'm comfortable in that space. Am I telling you as a property owner, rental property owner, or soon to be rental property owner to not carry insurance? I'm not doing that. That's your call. Just letting you know what I've chosen not to do. That's very unconventional, I think. All right. The question you may ask is, James, don't you need the peace of mind knowing that you're covered for every peril under the sun, every act of God, a meteor strike? The answer is no. No, I don't need that peace of mind. I can sleep without knowing that. If you're the type of person that needs that assurance, get a policy. Absolutely. Would I mock you for doing that? Of course not. Your property, your decision to carry insurance. Do you need just a basic, the cheapest policy out there? When I do carry policies, that's what I have. It basically is the type of policy that covers one peril, fire. And I guess that would just ensure that if one of my rental properties burned to the ground, then my insurance company, unless I started the fire myself, would compensate me somehow, some way under that policy. I have said this to insurance agents. Hey, I don't need lost rents coverage. I don't need this, that to give me. What is your cheapest, most stripped down policy? And what value are you using? And I've negotiated to the best of my ability to get that value as low as possible, because lower value means cheaper policy, cheaper premium. And so when I do have to insure a property that still has a lien again on it, I go shopping and I will call 50 insurance agents to find the cheapest, most bare bone policy. But if you want to call one of the big boys and have that peace of mind that this is the most reputable insurance company in the nation, and I sleep better knowing that I'm covered for every peril under the sun, do that. Do that. Don't buy into my philosophy just because it's my philosophy. All right. And back to that type of insurance policy. Yeah, it'll fire only. For a while, I was carrying policies that covered hail and wind, because we do get crazy weather here in Texas. Hailstorms will destroy a roof, can destroy a roof pretty quickly. So sometimes I've carried policies that have hail and wind coverage just to protect the roof. And I've also dropped that on some policies. I have a new policy on one particular rental property of mine. And I specifically got it just to insure the roof. And I'm hoping that the claim that I recently made will be honored, and I'll be able to, get a new roof out of this some way, somehow. More to come on that. I called the insurance company yesterday just to say, hey, could I get a status update? I made the claim a month ago. We'll see. We will see. But they sent out an inspector and they said, hey, your roof's pretty old. And I said, yeah. They said, how old is it? My truthful answer is, I don't know. I can't remember if it was replaced when I bought this particular rental property or not. All right. I'm looking at my notes. So that may be really it on landlord policies for your rental properties. And even if you started off with a fully featured insurance policy for maybe your first rental and then later shifted to a frame of mind like I hold, that's okay. But I know that's very unconventional because you will read countless articles, posts from other, successful real estate investors, landlords, rental property owners saying, let's talk insurance. It's so critical. It's so important. Not to me, at least not at this stage of my journey. Could I change over time? Of course. But that's my stance right now. So just a very different perspective that I would be dumbfounded if you heard this perspective anywhere else, because it's definitely not, it's definitely unorthodox and unconventional. That's all for today. Hope to go live as time permits. Peace.